Oh, boy. Then Raquel and Liv wrestled Emma and Tegan. And at the 9 o'clock hour, here came Charlotte Flair for an in-ring promo. And she did have a good line. When I was a baby, this business was built on Rhodes as a challenger and Flair as a champion. And WrestleMania, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Same thing.
Perfect time to have Brandy come out there and tackle her.
Oh, you'll blow the deal for SummerSlam. But I see Charlotte, and I agree with you. She isn't natural as a babyface.
Yeah.
Because she's got such a great, almost condescending, bitchy, heelish demeanor about how much better she is and how good she is. And that's why she was such a good heel. And remember, I said it worked great in South Carolina because that's Flair country. They would have cheered her if she'd came out there and killed Bambi. But, the point is this match is still going to be great and it's still going to draw and it's still going to have interest. But I think Charlotte is a more natural, they used to call, even Ric Flair was a pretty boy type of heel, the woo and the blonde hair and everything. She's a pretty girl type of heel. Look at me. I've got the clothes and the cars and the men and the money. And Rhea is a heel, but she's rapidly becoming a babyface because she's so cool. But they're still interested in both of them. And when Rhea comes out, I believe visually that Rhea Ripley can kick the shit out of Charlotte. And you can't say that about most other women on this roster. Then the problem becomes Rhea, and I'm sure Charlotte is doing this also, but Rhea still to the extent, I believe, where they feel like they need to write her material. And maybe they feel like they need to tell her to memorize it and deliver it like it's written. Because she's well-spoken, she's articulate, but they're writing this for her. Or she's writing it for herself and whatever, but I think they're writing it for her. She's doing a statement, not a promo. She's not only not comfortable yet with just going out there and winging it. None of these comments are off the cuff or on the spur of the moment or a little zinger and back to the story or whatever. It's all prepared. And I can tell that. And that's going to be more time, more experience, and maybe just them having more confidence to say, hey, Rhea, go out there and tell Charlotte what you would really fucking say. Because that's where we might, we'd know. We might see something or we might not. But if you send somebody out there and say this, and it sounds like everybody else's shit, you're never going to know where if you went out there and said, you know what? Go out there and fucking get the goddamn match and the issue and yourself over. Then it's either going to be great or it's going to suck, but you'd know. I'd like to see that with Rhea. But then they got into one of the greatest fights I've ever seen in my life. From amongst the women, Dominic got in Charlotte's face. Charlotte goes to pie face him. Rhea cheap shots her and stuns her, and they walk out. But Charlotte says, fuck you, and rolls out. Big fight on the floor. The referees, the agents, a multi-phase break loose pull apart. Charlotte Thez pressed her off the fucking announce desk. They tackled each other over the rail of the arena. The fans were going crazy. That was fucking great. I want to see this match. They look like stars. They've been built. They got the chance to talk about it. And then they get in a little fucking skirmish and everybody's up. Nice piece of business. What'd you think?
Good segment. I want to see the match. I'm intrigued how the fans are going to react to both women in there because I think it's hard to boo Rhea when she's up against Charlotte like this. Because like you said, the problem isn't even just that Charlotte's not natural as a babyface. The problem is she's so natural as a heel that it makes you realize how unnatural she is as a babyface.
And by the same token, the reason why people are starting to like Rhea is because she's at the point where she's becoming the cool heel, but she doesn't need to switch babyface because then she'd be out, tickling toddlers under the chin and being all, nice, and that would kill what people are liking about what she's doing. So they're in a good spot because at least they care about this.
And Rhea's so good. I mean, anytime you watch her do anything physical, just the way she bumps, the way she sells, her facial expressions, she is as good a female wrestler as there is anywhere in the world. With that said, do you think we're getting too much Rhea and Dom on both shows?
I would prefer at this point they concentrate on Rhea and Charlotte because that's the match for WrestleMania, and maybe Dominic could walk around a little bit on his own. I'm not saying split them up entirely, but yes, I agree that they are back and forth. She's out there a little much to,
on two shows, we have them feuding with Edge, we have them feuding with Ray, and then we have this with Charlotte. I mean, it's just, and I like Rhea Ripley and I like her and Dom together, but it does get to be overkill after a while.
And if I were them for right now, I'd pare down. Well, but who knows where they're going with goddamn Dominic and everything. So anyway, hey, if we have to see Rhea, at least we're not seeing Shotzi.